Jared, Tyrese just told us about how pleased he was to see you looking more like yourself these last couple games. He talked to us during your earlier struggles about being in your ear, telling you to not think just hoop. I'm curious just how much you think Tyrese specifically has helped you through this process as you've tried to work through the struggles and get more to like yourself.
For sure, for sure. I mean, after every game, pretty much of the early games, he would text me. He texted me when it went down to the G. Just staying in my ear. Just continue to be yourself. It's gonna come back. So he's been a great mentor and somebody who I can go to for that, and just kind of helping me get through this process of coming back to myself.
You had some more success going downhill, driving, attacking the basket tonight. Those are probably moments where you need to feel the trust in the knee a little bit more. So are you slowly putting that in the back of your mind and just playing instinctually?
100%. I think a lot of it too is like even just simple like hezzies that I do, like just to get people off balance. Like that's where I feel the best. Layups are gonna come, and I feel like I'm definitely getting there, jumping off that leg, the inside hand layups that I like. It's all coming back, and just kind of slowly but surely getting back to where I feel like I'm myself.
Speaking of coming back, when you hit that three in the first quarter in transition, it seemed like you really enjoyed that moment with your teammates. What was that feeling like, and was that another sign of like the old McCain?
Yeah, transition three, I think that's my favorite shot. So being able to hit that and just kind of get the crowd going, get my teammates going, being able to celebrate with my teammates, it's really cool. It's probably one of the better feelings in life.
You mentioned the time you spent in Delaware. In retrospect, now that that's a week or two in the rearview mirror, how much do you think that those couple games helped you?
Oh yeah, it helped a lot. I mean, it just helped me get my rhythm back. A lot of these games, like when you come in, early in the second quarter, you got 5 minutes to kind of get back to your normal self. It's hard because considering like last year, especially when people were out, like I had the ball more in my hands. This year it wasn't as much, so I had to find ways, and it was hard in the beginning stages playing with the Sixers. So going down there in the G, it helped me a lot. Being able to have the on-ball reps. I loved it. It was a great time, and then the players down there are super cool, and they were super cool with allowing me to, kind of go through my struggles a little bit and be myself down there. So shout out to them.
In shoot-arounds and in like practices and whatnot, pre-games, you've experimented with expanding your range quite a bit. I guess what is the biggest challenge in expanding your range out beyond usual?
I think a lot of it is you want to like get to the range as fast as possible, but a lot of it you have to start super close in and then like kind of take small steps out. The range, I feel like I have a strong base, so I think that's perfect for me to be able to shoot from out there. Most of my threes I feel like are a few feet behind the 3-point line, so just getting used to that, and I think just the continued reps of different passes, different footwork of getting to the long range. A lot of the footwork I do is like a back pedal series. So being able to get on balance, that's a lot of my game too, is just being on balance. So those long range ones, I think, it's something that I've worked on for a long time now. And it's crazy, like coming from high school, I worked on the NBA 3, and then going to college, you work on super far back. And now it's like getting close to the logo. So just trying to expand it each time and being able to, so people could guard me farther out. And I could, use that to get in the lane as well.
After these last couple games, you hit some shots, you have some success driving. What are the next sort of boxes that you want to check as you're trying to get back to?
I think I said it last game. I think most of it's like on defense, just that like coming to a closeout, being able to push off that. Sometimes I don't trust it as much, so getting used to like just the reps of it. It's getting this game I felt a lot better on that too. So just the defensive part. I think offensively, I feel great. I think that's kind of going to continue to just get better, get quicker. But yeah, defensively is where I think the next box is where I feel mentally I'll be there.
As you're kind of coming back, it seems like a lot of guys obviously are going down with some injuries. Is there any sense of a group that you guys have to fight any of the like, okay, don't let this turn into what happened last year, like here we go again? Like, is there any sort of mental fortitude that you guys feel like you sort of need to fight?
Yeah, I mean, the players who were here last year, we obviously don't want it to be like that. When you see players go down, I mean, I know firsthand, like that's the worst feeling to know when people go down. So I hate seeing it, T-Watt, Justin going out for a little bit. But I think now it's just, chalk this game up, understand that this isn't us, and this isn't us. We're not going to go back to last year, and trying to do our best to just get back to, our personality, our character, and how we play as a team. But it's tough when people go down. It's hard to find that rhythm altogether. But I say all the time in timeouts, just got to keep going. I try to be just a positive reinforcement as much as I can, and let other people do the talking for the leadership wise, and just kind of be that positive back for them.
Tyrese, I guess what happened in that second quarter that allowed Orlando to get out and the run that they had?
Spanked us. That's all it is to it.
I'm sorry. I guess like what do you gotta maybe tell your teammates or tell the team out there?
Flush it. Flush it. Gotta flush that one. That's not who we are. Just flush that one. Be ready to play. Have a good Thanksgiving and be ready to play.
Tyrese, I know you guys are very short-handed right now, but you've been able to climb out of a lot of holes. You've battled back in fourth quarters and whatnot. Why don't you think you guys were able to pull out tonight?
I think today was one of those games in the NBA where like nothing really goes your way and everything goes their way. I think it was a shot that Howard made. It hit the top of the backboard and rolled around and dropped in. It's like that's just one of them days, but it happens.
Yeah, how much of it is it just getting guys back, and how much of it is like just okay? There's still things that we know need to sharpen up, even if that type of thing doesn't happen again. As far as everything going against you guys,
Definitely need sharpen up things. That's just everybody in the NBA. This is us in general. As far as just we gotta get better every single day. But I mean, it would definitely help to have some guys back too. You know what I mean? That's just the nature of it. But you gotta have a next up mentality and kind of. Let's be honest. At the beginning of the game was actually pretty good. Like, first quarter, it's just like the end of the first quarter, like 2 minutes. They went on like an 8-2 run or something like that, or 10-2 run, something like that. And from there, it was just downhill really quick.
I know that, everybody gets hurt over the course of an 82-game season, but what you guys are dealing with right now does seem a little bit extreme. How do you wade through that? And how do you just kind of keep in mind, and just until some of these guys start coming back? Because missing 4 out of your 5 starters is extreme.
Yep. You gotta keep pushing. Like I said, it's a long season. You pray for those guys to get their bodies healthy, and guys gotta step up. I don't mean this in a negative way, but as someone who doesn't play a lot, you have to this is your time. You know what I mean? When I was a rookie and guys either sat out or just got hurt, I knew I had to step up and bring something to the table to help our team win. And that's what for the most part, every single time that happened, I pretty much did. So guys are going to have opportunities now. You know what I mean? You wish for opportunity. Now, when the opportunity presents itself, you got to go out there and put your mark on the game.
Tyrese, you talked about wanting Jared to not think and just who it seems like these last couple of games have been the most he's looked like himself. I guess what have you made of his minutes, and how encouraging is it for you to see him starting to get back to himself?
Yeah, he was solid. Shot the ball well. I think he played more confident, as far as just trying to get downhill, and his body was moving, I think, better. So I think that was good.
We're good. All right, thank you, Tyrese.
Thank you, Tyrese.
I guess it's how you just explain the second quarter.
Well, second quarter kind of obviously was just an indication of a lot of things that were happening from then on. Listen, we weren't moving well enough. We weren't getting back well enough. We weren't keeping them in front well enough. Missed a bunch of layups, turned it over. But we're putting ourselves in terrible bind to be able to get back and get any kind of defense set up. And when we did, like we did the first 11 minutes of the game thing, we were had them kind of taking the shots we wanted. We went through a little bit of dry spell defensive rebounding that kind of kept them around as much as we made them miss in the first quarter. But we had zero transition defense, and it was mostly the turnovers and missed layups. But then it turned into just being able to be aware enough to get back and find matchups and then keep our guys in front of us a little bit.
Is in some ways is the attrition catching up to you guys a little bit?
I guess it sure felt like it tonight, but again, I think, 2 or 3 times a season, you're going to have games like this where just like everything goes wrong all of a sudden. They get hot, they start throwing in threes, and we start turning. We can't catch the ball, we can't get back, we can't grab a rebound. It just everything was really out of whack, right? And can never really explain it, but you go through it, and like I said, a few times a season when just nothing goes right, and just like I told the guys, this isn't. We gotta we gotta be better. It's certainly not who we are out there tonight. We gotta get rid of this one and get ready to get rest and get treatment here over the next couple days, and get ready to get back to who we are the other 14, 15 games of the year.
Well, while this game was not who you are, you talked before this season about wanting the folks in the stands to leave thinking that you guys worked hard tonight. How do you feel about that aspect?
No, obviously, that didn't happen. You watched the game. We didn't play well enough or hard enough or get back enough. Absolutely didn't happen. It's just what I just alluded to. It's going to happen once in a while, and it wasn't tonight. We weren't who we are tonight. I think super proud of what they've done the rest of the other games. They fought like crazy, and tonight we just couldn't. Again, we couldn't catch, and we couldn't shoot, and we couldn't fight. Got our spirit a little bit there with that run they made to end the first and start the second, and that's it. Yeah.
Do you have anything on Trendon?
Abductor strain. Yeah, abductor strain is what they told me. They're checking it out now.
Nick, you guys played a fair amount of zone tonight too. I guess what was your initial philosophy behind that, and maybe why didn't you get out of it as they started to get going later?
Well, I think the zone was pretty good. Early on, and we were getting matched up. We'd spend a pretty good amount of time preparing for their zone offense. I think that when they started playing well against it, obviously they made a bunch of shots, but it was pretty quick. Again, you gotta get the thing set up to slow them down. We were kind of semi-transition and throw ahead to the corner shot, and our wing guy wasn't down there enough to make a miss. So again, I thought it was really good for a while, and it wasn't very good for a while, which I don't know what was very good tonight. I mean, except for the fight and everything we were doing in the first 10 minutes of the game was pretty solid, but after that it was really bad.
With Trendon's injury, that's now 6 guys, I think, who are dealing with stuff. How concerned are you about?
Well, I'm obviously concerned, right? I mean, we need our guys, no doubt about it. Puts us in a tough situation, but like I said, pregame, hopefully a couple of those guys will be coming back by Friday. Hopefully Trendon's not too bad. Hopefully we can get a few guys to get back and get going.